Up in Canada's far north, where winter lasts 9 months and the nights swallow the sun whole, there's a town called Blackpine Bend. And at the edge of its cemetery stands an old wooden cross, the kind that leans with age, its beams bound by rusted iron. The locals say it protects them. They're wrong. It contains something. Every December, the cross weeps rust-colored stains down its weathered face. But last winter, the stains started dripping upward. Father Matthew had kept vigil over Blackpine's souls for 40 years. He knew the stories, how dogs would whimper and piss themselves if walked too near the cross, how no birds ever nested in its shadow. Then came the historian. Called himself Elias Voss. Wore a long black coat that smelled of wet earth and carried a leather-bound journal filled with sketches of wrong things. "I study forgotten gods," he told the bartender that first night, smiling with teeth too white. "Especially the thirsty ones." That same evening, old Tom Riggs went missing. They found him at dawn, frozen solid in his truck, eyes wide, mouth stretched in a scream, every mirror in the cab shattered from the inside out. The next night, the temperature dropped so fast it burst pipes across town. And the wind? It didn't howl. It whispered names. Father Matthew ran to the cemetery through knee-deep snow, his breath coming in ragged clouds. The cross stood ahead, its base now surrounded by a circle of bare earth, no snow, just black mud that bubbled. Elias was already there. "It's not a cross," he laughed, pressing his bare palm against the wood. "It's a plug. And I'm here to pull it." Then he slit his wrist with a bone-handled knife. The blood didn't drip down. It crawled up the cross like crimson spiders, filling those rust-stained grooves until the earth screamed. The ground split open with a stench of rotting meat. Shadows came pouring out, not shapeless, no. These had faces. The missing. The taken. The things that had been pressing against the other side for a century. Elias's laughter turned wet as the shadows flooded into his mouth, his nose, his eyes. Pop. Father Matthew's rosary exploded in his hands, the beads hissing as they burned through his fingers. Above him, the cross trembled, not from wind, but from the immense pressure of something trying to squeeze through. Then, silence. Dawn came gray and lifeless. The cross stood whole. The ground was frozen solid. But the snow around it wasn't white anymore. They found Elias Voss's coat 3 days later, neatly folded at the base of the cross. The pockets were full of teeth that hadn't belonged to him. As for Father Matthew, he still tends the parish. But if you visit Blackpine Bend after dark, you'll notice 2 things. First, he never blinks anymore. Second, the cross doesn't weep rust now. It bleeds fresh. This has been CampFire AI. Remember, some relics protect. Others just delay the inevitable. Like and subscribe if you dare. Sweet dreams.